Buff Nation, it's been a little while since we've had a crash out, and we got some breaking news to talk about this morning. Damione Lewis out of here, out of here, back to his alma mater. First, I thought it was the Miami Dolphins. No, he's not going to the NFL. He's going to the Miami Hurricanes, going to be leading that defensive line over there. Hey, congratulations to my friend Coach Hayes. Congratulations to the Miami Hurricanes. I'm cool with Miami fans, right? Now, I'm a little worried for y'all going from Cam Ward to Carson Beck, but it is what it is. Damione Lewis, a guy that Prime hired last year in place of Sal Sunseri, who then coached, in tandem with Warren Sapp, I thought did a fantastic job with the defensive line. And shout out to Coach Dancy as well, who's off to Mississippi State. I've seen some comments on Twitter. You guys are echoing, I think, the truth here. And the fact is that, man, people love to meme us. People love to trash on us, how we suck, all this stuff. But man, these other programs love to come after our coaches, right? So again, congratulations to Damione Lewis. It's a special thing to go coach at your alma mater. I do wonder because, guys, Warren Sapp is a Miami Hurricane too. I wonder what the deal was there, if they also tried to grab him. But this creates a great slot or opportunity for Warren Sapp to be promoted to that head defensive line coach. I imagine that's going to be what happens, and he's going to do a phenomenal job. Again, credit to the coaching staff that we had here this year, because we led the Big 12 in sacks. We were fantastic. We got a lot better against the run. Our defense was fantastic this year, took a tremendous jump. I think in terms of like total defense and stuff like that, we saw a jump of like 50 or 60 slots, which is, throughout the 130 teams or so in FBS football, that is just absolutely incredible. It's great that we still have continuity here with Warren Sapp and, of course, the defensive system overall with Robert Livingston. But this creates another opportunity for somebody to come up and work alongside or work under Warren Sapp. Coach Warren Sapp, that's going to be fun to see how he kind of leads the room, being on his own a little bit. And I'm very interested to see how we fill this role. I imagine we're going to fill it because we got George Hilo working with the edges. We got Coach Hart, elite linebacker coach. When are we going to extend Coach Hart, guys? Extend Coach Hart. We got him coaching the linebackers, and we got Coach Sapp working with the defensive line. But it would be cool to see another internal promotion, so to speak, of somebody starting to work with the defensive line more exclusively. If you guys got any names for guys that you could see kind of brought up, promoted from within, let me know, because see you. If by some chance you are watching this live stream, which you should not be watching this show. No. But can we get, with all the staff members, man, with all the money we got coming into, such a great university, I got my degree back there, right? Can we just get somebody to spend 10 minutes just updating all of our coaches' bios? Damn, I know nothing about these dudes. I have to go and Google them to kind of figure out where they were at prior. But come on, I'm trying to give us great content, trying to speculate, trying to talk about these guys and who might be promising up and coming coaches on the Colorado staff. And man, come on, we could talk about Skylar Morningwig being a quarterback for the Florida Gators. Was he a quarterback at Florida? But look, we got nothing here. Come on now. Come on. This has to change, guys. This has to change. But anyways, I've tried to go through all the names of all the different coaching assistants, analysts, stuff like that. I don't know if we have anybody right now that's at least on this list that is a former defensive lineman or has worked with the defensive line prior. Josh Gines, he, former offensive lineman for the Buffaloes, graduate assistant now. But yeah, worked with the offensive line. I don't think he's worked with the defensive line. And all these guys, like, I just imagine this guy ain't working with the defensive line. Isaac Kresic. Yeah, I just imagine that. He just doesn't look the he just doesn't look the part. He kind of looks a little bit more like me out there. You know what I'm saying? But there was one guy that I was looking at. Uh, I wonder what's kind of going on here with Grant Hammer. This guy looks incredibly bright because again, CU doesn't put any information out on their website about these gentlemen, which they should. But anyways, I had to go to his LinkedIn, guys. We're doing that again. And this guy seems like a genius. Seems like a genius. Now he's open to work. He's just a coaching assistant. So that's different than like a GA, less responsibilities. But he seems like a bright mind. Maybe, in mechanical engineering, engineering management, that might be a little bit more lucrative kind of long term than coaching, unless you really are him. But hey, who's to say he can't be the next Robert Livingston, something like that? But this guy seems incredibly bright. I wonder if he might be open to another type of coaching position. But yeah, he's a genius. This is mainly what he does, though. Outside of his, I mean, look at this nuclear shift test engineer. Are you kidding me? Out in Washington, but anyways, getting his master's at CU. He's working with the staff. He's just doing what he can to help CU win full-time, or he assists full-time coaches with practice management, participates in meetings. He uses all the Excel stuff, to just help prep meetings, all that stuff. That's usually kind of where you start out in coaching, cutting your teeth, doing the gritty work, being the coffee guy, right? But yeah, this guy from Wisconsin Lutheran College, physics, nuclear engineer, mechanical engineer genius. Will we see him, get promoted? Probably not. But I just thought I would bring that up because I thought that was very, very interesting. And it just would be good to know about these guys on here. But again, congratulations to Warren Sapp. This isn't anything, this isn't breaking news or anything like that. But I just imagine he's going to be promoted to Damione Lewis's place. And, both him and Warren Sapp, Miami Hurricanes. If I had to choose one to go, couldn't keep both of them. One of them really wanted to go back to their alma mater. It would be Damione Lewis. No offense, but we got to keep the gold jackets here in Boulder. The gold colors, the gold jackets. It's just got to stay here in Boulder. So, in terms of who could be promoted on the staff, elevated, I got no idea, guys. I got no idea. So then that's got me looking at like Hall of Fame level DNs, and I'm just going to throw this out there. We comp like half of our players on the defensive line to this guy. You might as well just send a feeler out and see what can happen, right? But how about, hear me out, guys, how about a defensive line staff led by Warren Sapp and Aaron Donald, baby. Aaron Donald, get your booty over to Boulder. Coach Prime, make the call. Robert Livingston, make the call. Does he want to get into coaching? Who knows? But hey, he's young. I mean, has he even gotten into his mid-30s now? He's around my age. That would be so cool to see Aaron Donald get into coaching. I don't know if he wants to. Another possibility of just maybe another player of notoriety that maybe might be interested in coaching down the line. I don't think he's playing anymore. Should be kind of a recent retiree, Ndamukong Suh. And that would be kind of fun because Nebraska Cornhusker. And yeah, sorry, Mike. Sorry, Braska Rascal. But in this case, he would be ours. He would then be ours, which I think that could be fun. I saw the speaker, shout out to the speaker on X, said this, crack me up. JJ Watt, come save us. Hey, that would be a fun tandem, JJ Watt and Coach Sapp. And I don't know. I don't know where we go from here, guys. It's going to be fun to see what Coach Prime does to kind of fill these spots. But this is a good problem to have. Again, guys, this doesn't happen in college football where you're able to retain all the same position coaches and all that. There's always movement with any team. The biggest thing is maintaining at least, most of them when you can, the position coaches, but most importantly, maintaining the coordinators when you're able to do that. And that's what we're doing. So, yeah, I think, man, there's some people crashing out. It's it's really funny to me. Shout out to my friend Debrickashaw Nix. Dude, he cracks me up. But I gotta bring this out. I'm just gonna read this. Sorry for the language, but he says, fuck, kill me, blow me down, kill me. And that's how Twitter's feeling about this with Damione Lewis, heading off to the Miami Hurricanes. It cracked me up. But yeah, Matt Zenitz of CBS Sports coming out and saying that he's going to move on to Miami, coach the defensive line. He was with the Seattle Seahawks prior. And again, he just did a fantastic job. I mean, we saw great development from our whole defensive line, and I think it's a position of strength right now for this team, which is great. Of course, Amari McNeil is kind of leading the guys that we have coming back. Brandon Davis-Swain, he's going to get a crack at it this year. I'm very excited to see what Brandon Davis-Swain can do. And the other transfers, Jaheim Otis from Alabama. We got Tavion Coleman from Texas State, as well as Gavriel Lightfoot coming out here from Fresno State. I was watching some of their tape yesterday, eventually giving you guys some film reviews there. So shout out to Guru Film Room as well, the largest database for any raw game film and player cut-ups. Links in the description if you want to join. Scobub's Daily just joined, and I think he's really enjoying the film room. So really awesome to see in regards to all that. But yeah, I mean, I guess I'll get to a few of your comments now. Thanks, guys, for being so patient. And let's crash out together. Let's let's be upset, and let's get to it. Smash that like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Oh man, don't give a damn. Good to see you, man. He said Miami came through like a thief in the night and snatched up Damione Lewis. I know, man. What the heck? When are we gonna start poaching? When are we gonna start poaching? Well, man, Warren Sapp's that dude. Oh, Houston bringing up a wonderful point here. We got their trainer, so they got D. Lou. Damn. Wonderful point. Yeah, I forgot that we brought out their head trainer who had been there for like 25 years or something crazy like that. So, yeah, did we do a little swap? Hey, I'm fine with that sort of trade when you put it like that, Houston. Is this true? He's going to coach at the U? Yes. Miss Jobs, hey, coming in here with a wonderful point here. Florida has no state income tax, and it is more affordable. Yes, I believe the cost of living in Florida is much cheaper, but and yeah, Boulder is one of the more expensive places to live in the country. I'm not going to go down this whole rabbit hole. I attended like a housing property tax like seminar yesterday here in San Antonio. Very interesting. But there's no reason to go down that rabbit hole right now. But I do think there is some benefit to having just a general flat income tax, such as Colorado, and not having super high property taxes like in the state of Texas. Doesn't make any sense. All right. But that's enough. That's enough financial talk. This is a sports channel. This is a hype channel. This is a Glaze channel. We're not going to talk too much about taxes. But Miss Jobs, hats off to you. You're absolutely right. Man, come on. Damione Lewis was the heart of the defense. I don't know if this is serious or not, but yes. This one does hurt though, because Damione Lewis was awesome. Again, we led the Big 12 in sacks. We saw development with all of our guys. Again, even some guys that I don't really think were going to be that good this past year, I thought were, they exceed my expectations. Shout out to Tafik Thomas. I think we saw a great development with Shane Cokes, and again, like Amari McNeil, man, this is going to be his year to shine next to Jaheim Otis. I'm so excited. Exactly, man. This is just what happens in college football. But We're gonna freak out like no other fan base. Warren Sapp better get elevated. He better. And man, this is what I get so confused. Sapp is not a better coach than Damian. How do we know, man? Like, now, granted, I will say some of y'all watch more of the well off, the reach the people videos than I do. You know, I'm not one to obsess over practice. I'm just not that kind of guy. I think it's entertaining stuff, but I'm just not that kind of guy to go and watch every single video. But I mean, y'all could tell me that Flea's drills he was doing with the running backs, they were basic. Okay. I trust y'all on that. But give me a reason why, yo world, of why you think that is. Sapp don't want to work full time. Oh man, here we go. Here we go. Uh, I'm not going to be checking his hours, man. If the results are there, if the recruiting's there, we'll have to see. TK, I understand. He talked about wanting to go fishing and all that sorts of stuff. He can do that here at CU. Yes, it's a little bit different of an environment, but I think this is still a results oriented environment. And if the results aren't there, then hey, he'll have to answer for that. But man, I just I just love how everybody knows, these guys' work ethics and, oh, man. It's so funny, man. David, you think Aaron Donald would come to Colorado? Hey, why not, man? Uh, I never thought Marshall Faulk would come to Colorado. I never thought Warren Sapp would be here at Colorado. So, I mean, why not dream big, baby? Why not Aaron Donald? I'm just going to start it, man. I'm just going to start it. Aaron Donald starts here. Coach Aaron Donald. After seeing what the Eagles did, the Buffs should use all their upcoming first-round picks on DLH as well. Wonderful comment here from Kodiak Broncos podcast. Appreciate you, man. Yes, we need to model ourselves off like the Philadelphia Eagles. Love it, love it, love it. Stampede, what's going on? Hey, sorry it took me till now to give you a follow, but I gave you a follow on Twitter. Thanks for all you do. Viral, yeah, Sapp loves CU, man. I think he's a great fit, and that's what I expect, man. And the players love him, but he just don't want to be a coach. Damn, man, you guys sure know these people like they're your coworkers sitting across the desk from you. This is crazy. Jason Taylor is the outside linebacker. That would be a lot of fun. Just don't bring his sister around. I think we're in good hands. I'm not worried at all. Yeah, man. Like, guys, like at the end of the day, this is it's assistant coaches. Like it's position coaches. Don't get me wrong. They're very, very important, but they're much easier to replace and get good quality production from than compared to, replacing coordinator every year. Now, I do kind of sound like a hypocrite because now I'm thinking of just how much trouble we've had with our offensive line coaches over the years. But Gunnar White, he's him. We just have to speak it into existence, y'all. Gunnar White is a prodigy. He's the Sean McVay of the offensive line. We need to speak that into existence. And unspoken PNW, this is a wonderful point. Yes. I recommend everyone watch Sapp's Super Bowl interview with Rich Eisen. Sapp wants to be promoted. Yes, that was such a good interview. And he was talking so passionately about how he's like, I never thought I'd be a coach, but he's really found his purpose. He was talking about that. Man, I'm so glad you brought this up. You're so right about this. Again, I think he's relishing this opportunity to be promoted, and I think he's going to do a wonderful job. Guys are wanting to crucify a man for wanting to go fishing every now and then out in the great state of Colorado. Come on now. Let's see here. I think it's a money issue with Colorado. We don't have enough to pay the kids and coach. See, man, I mean, I guess that's all just speculation. I feel like I say this every video. Like, we got some money. We don't have Michigan money, but we can pay people, but I don't know. I don't know. He very well could have just wanted to go to Miami. I mean, it's his alma mater. So I got no idea, but the biggest thing, how can we say this when we extend Robert Livingston just now? Now, if we never extend Coach Prime, I'll agree with you, Rad Daddy. But yeah, I'm just not gonna really stress about finances with assistant coach turnover and stuff like that. Or I think Warren Sapp's ready for the job as well. Dizza, it's been forever since I've seen you. Bill Goldberg. Hey, I mean, why not? Why not? Would be cool to have some WWE wrestlers on here. All right. Nah, man, you're weird. You haven't been in here in forever. What's going on, man? If Sapp wins his $20 million lawsuit, I didn't even know he had a $20 million lawsuit, but I'm about it. This is how I feel. Sapp over Damian any day, week, month, planet. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. And Stampede, this is what I'm trying to figure out is how schools start tapping into this stuff. There's some red tape to get around here, but I mean, we got some smart people at CU. We can figure out how to do this. Yeah. The financial endowment for CU is $2.1 billion. If they don't have the money on hand for football, I can assure you they will find the money. Yes. And that's really just what it's about. Again, these universities, these football programs, they want to come across like they're that poor nonprofit down the street. That's just how it is, man. They're always in need of money because they're always trying to raise more money. And if they're fine off or whatever, people aren't going to be motivated to give. But when Alabama, Ole Miss, all these other universities are begging for money, LSU, we got to be doing it too. Man, yeah, I totally agree with this drive talk. So that's a huge asset to see you. The D line will dominate. Yeah, I mean that's our position of strength. Uh, yeah, I'm not freaking out about this. Let's go ahead and look at the depth chart here. Let me try and pull it up because I need to do a video on this. Our lads put out their first depth chart for the Buffs. Let's take a look here. Just our defensive line, man. Now they got Tavian Coleman starting over Amari McNeil. Hey, we'll have to see about that. I'm not sure how I feel about that one. But hey, yeah, Jaheim Otis, Amari McNeil, and Quinn Barnes, I thought got better throughout the year. Tarian Carter, Tafik Thomas, Tavian Coleman. They don't even have Gabriel Lightfoot on here, do they? Yeah, they kind of messed this thing up. Where's Brandon Davis Swain? Where's he at? Because they moved him inside, didn't they? Anyways, yeah, but I feel good about where we're at with the defensive line. And again, like Warren Sapp was coaching these guys up. I think we saw improvement throughout the year, and that's all you really want to see, right? Like you can't really ask for more than improvement. And then we'll see what happens with the young guys like Alexander McPherson. I always want to call him Micah Hudson, but his name is Christian Hudson. True freshman coming in. So and man, and I can't wait. I cannot wait to see Brandon Davis Swain this year. I feel like he could have like a Taj McCoy breakout. And man, with our edges, oh man, I love where we're at with the edges. Taj McCoy, Keaton Wade, Samuel Okunlola, Arden Walker, London Merritt. Hey, he might get some run too. So hey, remember we beat Ohio State out for him. Oh, hey, remember we beat out Ohio State for Jordan Seaton. Yeah, we'll see how it all goes down. But yeah, I feel great about where we're at with that room. And again, if you guys are just now tuning in, I plead with CU, please just update these freaking bios. You know, This is why I was like, no to Gunnar White initially, man, because all you do is just see him smiling, like right here. But like I said, we're going to speak this into existence, Buff Nation. He is the Sean McVay of the offensive line, baby. That's just how it's going to be. We need that. But we got no bios on here at all. Andrew Zimmer, he's been a coach with Coach Prime for a long time. Nothing. So I don't even know. I try and do my Googling to figure out these guys' backgrounds. And from what I didn't see anybody that's coached on the D line or played on the D line before. So I just don't know. I don't know if there's anybody we can promote from within. And it ain't Isaac Kressage. I don't think, unless he's just actually just freaking ripped and was like a defensive line monster, maybe in like D3 or something. I mean, I just got no idea. So yeah. Hey, shout out to Oklahoma. Sco Buffs. Hey, appreciate it, Cowboy 50. Don't give a damn. The higher ups to see you need to come up with that money for resources and top talent. Yeah, you're preaching to the choir right now. Unleash the floodgates, man. Let's share the love. Let's share the money, baby. Dude, exactly. It's freaking exactly. I need like a certain hat or like a mask on, man. When I'm gonna panic, when I'm gonna go into dark side day, when I'm gonna get all negative, piss you guys off. Yeah. But again, man, this is just what happens. Um, this is this is just insane, man. This crash out. It's hilarious. Bill Goldberg is the guy, man, that says he wants I was a D lineman on his grave. Wait, what? I had no idea. Dizza already spoke about this. Oh man, this would be so funny. Marshall Falk will have a 1,000-yard rusher this year with Augusta Welsh. Please, please. Man, I can't wait to see these guys get involved in the passing game, hopefully. Now, I don't know if it's going to be very often because again, I don't really, from what I've seen with Ken Salter, he hasn't really, not to say he can't do it, but I just haven't seen him hit the running backs a lot. And I think that's a lot of because of the offense that was called at Liberty, right? He's also a really good runner. He's also a guy that, hey, first read's not there, he might tuck it and run. Second read's not there, he might tuck it and run. Very rarely is he getting to the check down because usually when he runs it, it can be better in terms of the yardage that you can gain. But anyways, what am I saying, man? Simply Jen saying Augusta's got no moves. He's just fast and runs straight. Welsh is my first pick, Hood second. And this is kind of my criticism of the entire running back room right now. I think Michael Welsh has got a little bit of wiggle. He kind of looks like Maurice Jones-Drew a little bit with just kind of his stature and how he runs. I think he's got a little wiggle, right? But yeah, like I don't know if any of our running backs we have right now are incredibly elusive, other than the wild card of Brandon Hood that we saw, in high school. But we haven't seen it at the college level yet. And don't forget, Isaiah Harge, baby. He's the elusive guy. But I think Marshall Faulk can work on that with some of these guys. Again, I just think there's more potential to realize with these running backs. And again, these guys, they're young. They're 18, 19, 20 years old. They can still get faster. They can still get quicker. They can still improve their game. So while I do agree with you, Simply Jen's Kitchen, that, yeah, man, we just have not seen much dynamicism. It's why I've been out here saying, man, I would love for us to go after like a true dynamic back in the portal. That hasn't happened yet. Maybe in the spring portal this year, Marshall Faulk can swing that. But with him as running backs coach, I'm going to be expecting improvement. I'm just going to be expecting our running backs to look better. And who knows, I know healing a high ankle sprain doesn't fix your vision, but I think Dallin Hayden will look better this year. Now, will his vision be improved? Man, I don't know. You running backs can let me know that have played. How much does a coach really influence your ability to read and anticipate? Is that more of just kind of a natural thing that's given? Can a running back coach help with that? Because Down Haynes the easy one to pick on, but I do think that like our running backs in general this past year didn't always hit the right hole. They didn't always show the best vision. And sometimes when you see common themes throughout the entire room, then that's when I'm getting on the coach, being like, "What are you doing to where none of these guys are performing in this area very well?" How can you criticize when the offensive line is ass? Um, I didn't think the offensive line was ass. Like I don't think the offensive line was terrible. Was it good in the run game? No. Um, but I think I like it's a both and type of thing. I'm not going to blame the offensive line 100%. Some of that's the offensive line, some of it's the play calling, some of it is on the running back. It's just you know, it's like a pie chart, and you can figure out what percentage of blame you want to put to every single thing, but it's a multi-layered problem that's going to involve complex solution. But I think Marshall Falk can help these guys. Eases. This is a great point. Down is built like Marshall Falk and can catch passes out of the backfield like Falk. Needs help with vision, patience, hitting holes. Yeah, and I mean, we saw a few plays where he was able to catch the ball out in the flats and make a nice play. Again, when you're recovering from a high ankle sprain early in the year, like, sometimes you just don't get that explosion back, right? And myself included, I can forget that he was going through that and playing through that throughout the year, even though he was recovered. I would agree right now, Augustive's my running back one as well. Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Look at Salter's stats against Oregon and Sanders too. They're very similar, except Sanders was sacked 7 times. Salter 0 sacks against Oregon. Oh man, that's too funny. But yeah, both blowouts, and yeah, again, the offense is just gonna. I think it's gonna look very different this year, and I think it can still be very productive. But it's gonna be fun to watch something different. Kane Salter's an entertaining quarterback. He's going to be entertaining, and we're glazing up his Heisman run. That's what we have to do here. Cam Michael. I forget how you pronounce his name. He played quarterback, running back, cornerback in high school. It's faster than Isaiah, at least from what I've seen in practice. Yeah, you're right about that. And I think he has clocked faster. Didn't he clock the fastest just a couple weeks ago? If not, he was like in the top 2 or 3. And I got to be honest, I always forget about Cam because he was hurt all year. But he very well, could be a very similar to Draylon Miller with how he is used this upcoming year. So, yeah, Cam's going to be a weapon. And that's why it's like, yes, I would love to add another veteran receiver, but I'm also really interested to see kind of what this young group can do at the wide receiver position. There's a lot of potential here, and it might feel like kind of a transition year this year with some of these position groups because they're going to be a little young, probably, but that's okay. It's going to be fun to watch the development of a lot of these guys. All right, we'll go for a few more minutes. I got to get out of here. Let's see here. I'm looking up John Randall coming in here. Martin. John Randall would be a great hire. Mumford, Texas. How about this? So played in the NFL handful of years. 14 seasons? 7-time Pro Bowler. First team All-Pro 6 times. NFL sack leader 97. On the top 100 all-time team, NFL 100th anniversary team, 90s all-decade team, 50th top 50 greatest Minnesota Vikings, over 500 tackles, over 130 sacks, Pro Football Hall of Fame, College Football Hall of Fame, out at Trinity Valley, Texas A&I, Texas A&M Kingsville. Okay, Division II. I mean, we've had a lot of luck with, our last Seattle Seahawk that we hired in Damione Lewis. I'm sold. I'm sold. Be a lot of fun, man. How about John Randall? Now, does he have is Deion Sanders mentioned here at all? Well, he probably knows Deion Sanders from one, just playing the NFL, but two, they're both NFL Hall of Famers. And, that's a very tight-knit fraternity. Defensive tackle, played at 6'1", 290. 57, so a little bit older, but yeah, I have no idea if he's been coaching already or not. It's a little old to start your coaching career, but dude, who cares, man? If he wants to do it, it could be fun. I'm sold. The holes were open for like 3 milliseconds or 3.5 seconds. I got you guys. I got you. Don't get me wrong. We need to get better on the offensive line, but sometimes, man, we just see these guys just running to the back of our linemen. Time to hire Matt. I'm still on the hire Matt train. You know what you're getting with Matt McChesney. You're going to get a guy who's always going to give his opinion, man. He's always going to be, he's always going to share his truth, which I think is important. I think it's a great quality to have. People don't want to hear it all the time, or people can be offended by it, but you can't ever say that you don't know where Matt McChesney stands on things, man. That's how I feel about it. But I understand why people think with how he talked, whatever, how they say, that's not a fit with how he handled that last week. I can understand that. My whole thing is that before you're interviewing Matt and all that, like, you know who Matt is. Buff Nation, we know who Matt is. Yeah, screw all that. Let's get Lawrence Taylor. Yes, that's why I was really big on us going after the ghost of OJ Simpson to coach the running backs, but Marshall Faulk, he's still living, so I'll take it. What? Matt would storm out every time there's a prayer. How do we know this? How do we know this? I know he's got a mouth, but I imagine Matt sends up a prayer or two every now and then. I mean, don't we all? Come on now. Man, you guys are you guys crack me up, man. Oh, Ron, what you saying here? What you saying here? I noticed that the new D linemen got some moves of their own, which shows that they were well coached. Coach Sapp will just add to their knowledge of the game, and I expect to see some peak performance. Let's freaking go, man. What better way to close this thing down than with a really good comment from Ron. Thank you so much. Again, guys, this is going to be okay. It's going to be fine. It's a position coach. Coach Prime's well connected. But at the end of the day, see you. Update your freaking bios, man. This is driving me crazy. See, I would have never known Michael Pollock had a special teams experience. Better fix the special teams. I would have never known Tommy Robinson has been coaching running backs for a long time. Never would have known any of this. Please fix this. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you for making this hour incredible. I'll be back. Hey, Tavian Coleman, Gabrielle Lightfoot, got some film rooms coming up I'll get to this week. So smash that bell notification after you subscribe. Let's go Buffs.